welcome along to the Project Cars 2 Virtual Racing League, where today we are continuing finally after a few weeks break, and the drivers are absolutely raring to go because it's Monza short circuit. Always promises some fantastic action at the high-speed Monza. It's only the short version, but yeah, it's got some nice tasty straights there for lots of slipstreaming action, and in these little Ginettas as well, which we've been seeing absolutely close racing all through the championship and in both categories, let's not forget, in the G40s and in the junior category. It's been really close. As you can see by the point standings, it's Big Bad Wolf, after taking his inaugural win. It's, despite being a veteran of the series, his first ever win back at Alton Park. He now leads the championship from Free Gazelle, Subrosa, Chris Doherty, Alex CDL in 5th, Cherry Berry, Dino Christian and Stalker Brown there in 8th. So very close field. Look at that, just 1 point separated in the top 4. And it's similarly close as well in the juniors, with Scuderia Sam and Stuart Davis joint at the top there on 26 points. And then you got Scotsman Luke McGee there in 3rd, 16 points just ahead of Irishman D-Man, BTCC down, Roger Dodger following in behind that. In the team standings, it's Team Spin who aren't in a spin because they're leading 39 points from 37 on Team Knotmates there in 2nd place. Subrosa McGee in 3rd on 34 points, so it's very close there, all at the top, and Crash and Bash and Team Island very close behind as well, so top 5 very close indeed, and it's all to play for in the teams. Prima Kevs, Dino Joe, Browntastic and Roger Class Dodger there as well. So let's go to the starting grid, Alex.
Yeah, but it looks like in the juniors you got Scuderia Sam from Loopy McGee, with BTCC Dan in 3rd place, great qualifying there for him. D-Man in 4th with Stu in 5th. Joe Brown followed by Roger, and Trigger Tasket makes the junior grid. Hopefully we'll see the GT5 grid in a minute. There we go. And a great qualifying there for Free Gazelle, his first ever pole position in the league. Closely followed, but well, not even closely followed. It's we said 1.7 ahead of Chris Doherty and Bad Wolf, so amazing qualifying there for him. Then Stalker Brown, Cherry Berry, Alex CDL, Subrosa and Dino Christian.
Yeah, a couple of drivers out of position there as well, and you've got Free Gazelle, unbelievable lap there. He must have had a hell of a slipstream as well, I reckon. But on the grid now, and the drivers are ready to see what happens. Oh, and it's a very quick start indeed from Big Bad Wolf, championship lead in the yellow car. Slots in there through Free Gazelle and also Chris Doherty too. And now he's leading the way. Oh, a big crash in the background, Stuart Davis. And a yellow machine too, BDCC Dan, I think. As Chris Doherty going into 2nd place, now challenging for the lead on Big Bad Wolf. As they head now through turn 2 into turn 3, before we've got the long back straight there. As Chris Doherty down in on the Welshman there, the Irishman takes the lead, I think just about, but they're wheel to wheel now, going down the back straight as the cars all stream onto the back straight now on lap 1 here. Very tightly bunched field, I think, is Stuart Davis and BTCC Dan in the back there, you can see now coming onto the straight. BTCC Dan doing some lawn mowing. Look, 3 abreast into the parabolic. Here's Free Gazelle with the slipstreaming. Retakes the lead there, and it's Alex EBL in the orange car in the back. They're waiting to slot through, and he's trying to have a go on the inside, as we saw Cherry Berry on the grass on the inside of Parabolica there, with Subrosa now up to 5th place. So it's a good start for Subrosa, but an excellent start for Free Gazelle, who leads the way here. It's a quadruple amount of cars now coming across the quartet, that's the word I was looking for, coming across the line now. Alex CDL riding on board now. He's having a little look around the outside of Free Gazelle, and he's being very brave. Oh no, Chris Doherty tangles with Free Gazelle, and they've lost a lot of momentum now. That allows Big Bad Wolf and the yellow machine back through. Race control, Dino Christian is a warning for driving standards. He's been getting extremely slow starts as Alex CDL there does a bit of lawn mowing coming onto the back straight. Dino Christian has had some very slow starts recently, and I think he got involved a little bit with the juniors. Maybe we'll see a replay of that. But what a fantastic start this is. This promises to be a fantastic race, Alex.
Yeah, great start, a bit of argy-bargy and a big crash. Oh, it looks like a diver from Free Gazelle, that's going to make him go wide, and he has to cover the inside from Chris, it looks like. Chris going around the outside, might get a nice sweeping move on him if he's got the momentum. But I think Free Gazelle may have the slipstream, but it doesn't seem to be working as Chris is looking to go around the outside like Alex did at the end of lap 1. Super close front 4. It looks like Wolf might be dropping off slightly. Free Gazelle coming back on the brakes. Chris going around the outside. Will it work for him? It worked earlier. Yeah, he's got 2nd place there, nice and clean. Free Gazelle fighting back, but he's thinking best of it because he can get the slipstream now down into Parabolica.
Yeah, as you see a replay here, what's this going to be of? Oh, it's up at the start, so you can see there's Stuart Davis. He goes one way, then switches to the other. He realises he gets a better start than BTC Zidane. As Dino Christian there moves over on BTC Zidane and bang into the wall with Stuart Davis there. So not BTC Zidane's fault or Stuart's fault there. Dino Christian just moved over there after a slightly poor getaway, I think. Is that how you see that one, Alex?
Yeah, just lack of awareness, trying to slot in place and hitting the slow car out the way, which is unfortunate really, especially for Dan and Stu. But on board with Roger now, trying to get past D-Man up ahead with Sam leading the juniors, so really close in juniors as well. It's not just the GT5s, and Sam will be under pressure going down the long straight going into the heavy braking zone, because Roger may have the slingshot on here. He's got a double slipstream going.
Yeah, it's a very good point. Roger the Dodger in the red machine. We haven't seen him go for the red one before, but look at this now. These three all battling away. Roger the Dodger, it's the first time we've really seen him up at the front here in this championship. He missed the first round, I think, from memory. But he's really up the front here, challenging for the win. D-Man needs those points, and Scuderia Sam could do with the points too, with his arch nemesis for this championship so far, joint on points at the moment with Stuart Davis. He's having quite a poor one, and it looks like it's going to be quite a long afternoon for him to try and latch on to any slipstreams, because he's fallen back quite a bit now, and you can hear the excitement from the crowd there. The dogs are absolutely going wild for this one.
Yeah, they're loving the racing. As you see the pack of juniors going ahead, BTC Zidane clawing his way back up. He's right behind Twingo. You can imagine he might go for a dive on the inside. He should be close enough. No, he's taking a bit, brakes early. Ooh, it looks like he's almost going around. He's just holding on, using the curb. He's using the whole track to stay on board, and as you can see, that's cost him a bit, and Twingo just drives away from him.
What's it like in these G40, GT5 cars here on this straight? Is it about momentum coming out of the corners, or have they got enough power to kind of be happy enough in this sort of scenario? Because I know that a lot of the junior drivers complaining about the fact that a little bit underpowered the cars feel on this track, unless you've got a bit of a slipstream.
Yeah, it's all about momentum, and if you can get a slipstream, especially from your GT5 teammate, it can make a hell of a difference. You see Roger there trying to break the slipstream of Sam and D-Man. As you can see just how important it is, this sticking to each other like glue. It seems to have worked, as Sam has to cover off the D-Man there, and they're both going super wide there. The track limits might be coming into effect, but they're still in the same order, but D-Man will be super close on the back of Sam, and he's almost in the pits there, old Roger. They're super close.
Yeah, Roger the Dodger there trying to throw a dummy to the ones behind. He was desperate to get away from the slipstream. We're early stages, lap 6. Oh, look at this, breaking in. Oh, Scuderia Sam down the inside there, Roger the Dodger. That was quite an aggressive move quite early in the race here. Only lap 6, I was going to say, 28, 27 laps, something like that. And yeah, fantastic move there, but there's a long way to go as D-Man now looks down the inside as they head onto the back straight. Roger the Dodger is down to second, but I think these guys should probably try and play a little bit sensible in these early stages of the race, where they can just kind of work together and try and pull away from the pack. They've got McG there back in 10th or 4th in class. He's kind of on his own at the moment, so he's not able to come and play at the moment with a slipstream effect, but look, he's not too far behind. So in some cases, in some ways, Alex, I'm reading this, I don't know if you see it this way too, but if you're working together like this with the slipstream, it's actually better than being by yourself.
Yeah, and Alex is off, he's in the gravel there. He must have pitted because he's down to 5th, but making mistakes like that isn't going to help at all. But yeah, in the juniors, slipstream makes all the difference, and if they can't stick together, like you said with Loopy, he's missing out a bit and he's stuck in 4th, but any mistake with them battling so close could be vital towards the end of the race. You see Bad Wolf now, looks like he's eyeing up Alex, going to the first corner. It's very similar lines going through. They don't quite hug the inside, they sort of let it drift, go right a bit and hug that line, and then going back onto the back straight. It's quite similar.
Yeah, it's a good point. And with the quick changes of direction there, coming onto the straight as we switch back to the juniors now, getting very close again. Oh, Scuderia Sam nearly going in the wall. There's Roger the Dodger now leading from D-Man by the looks of it. But yeah, going through this section here, Alex, I was just about to say, there's a lot of change of direction there. A quick change of direction, left then right to come onto the straight. It's quite easy to unsettle the car, isn't it? So it's a bit of a trade-off there between using all the racing line and carrying the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be especially when attacking, you've got to keep it all in mind where you can gain momentum, where you can lose it, and that's why the back straights and the front straight is so important here. It's more important getting a good exit, as you see Roger trying to get a wide line, but that's compromised him for D-Man to go on the inside now, so he'll take the lead. I was thinking he was going to push him towards the wall like Schumacher did, but no, he's got just past him, and you can see the slipstream now. Sam going around the outside, 3 abreast into the first corner. It's going to be the latest breaker here. Sam trying around the outside. We've seen the GT5 cars do it. Oh, he's always in the barrier. Almost works to get second place. Does he get first? He'll have the inside for the second corner. He's trying for the lead, but I don't think he'll quite get a D-Man will cover him off. Yeah, covers him off beautifully, and that allows Roger to close up back now again. So he'll have the slipstream, and he's looking on the inside. He'll draw up alongside. He'll have some bit of side draft, so he should go ahead. And this just shows, like you said earlier, how important momentum is. He tried attacking, gained the place, and immediately lost it again.
Yes, exactly, Alex, and it's incredible how close these guys are racing. We're barely touching at the moment, so it's all quite amicable so far, isn't it? But I've got a feeling if they don't make any mistakes and they carry on this way, then it could get quite tasty towards the end, I would have thought. Nobody's going to be wanting to lead the last lap, are they? No,
definitely not, and you've still got to remember they're putting in decent lap times, 102s, and that's even to G behind, so he's, if anything, falling back from these three, so they're definitely the pace setter in juniors, and who knows, they could be bothering the GT5s if there's enough problems up ahead. As you see, Scudder and Sam still in third there, probably trying to just get his lines right. You can see Roger wide there's no traction on the grass, so he might fall prey to Sam now, but he's still in the rear quarters of D-Man will have to be careful. He can't really go into the ideal line, which may help Roger going into the final corner, so he might go super outside. Oh, Sam looking on his head, that's brave, just dab on the brakes, make sure he doesn't hit, and you can see Roger going around the outside. Will he go deep? He goes quite deep. Oh, they both go deep, so that allows Sam on the inside, and D-Man covers, Roger covers, they're all fighting for their life out there. It's only halfway through the race.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic racing. And look at this, GT5 cars coming through now. In the middle, that's Chris Doherty, I think, with Stalker Brown, unless I'm very much mistaken. So I think D-Man there is staying well out of the way of his teammate by the looks of it, and Chris Doherty resumes his battle. He's in second at the moment. Let's not forget there is a GT5 race out there as well, and it's hotting up quite nicely. Big Bad Wolf is ahead of Alex. They've both made their pit stops, but Alex is falling quite far back behind Big Bad Wolf by the looks of it now, 9 seconds back actually. That's quite a bit of a gap. I'm not sure if Alex has had an issue there. But Free Gazelle is still leading, hasn't made his pit stop yet, so we have to wait a little bit longer to see how it all shakes out there. But of course the juniors don't need to make a pit stop, so those three there are absolutely fighting to the end of the race. And look at this, 3 abreast once again now. That's Cherryberry coming through there, and it's D-Man on the inside, Roger the Dodger in the middle, and they get very close together. And D-Man just gives Roger a little push to the outside. This allows Scuderi Sam to slot in the inside once again, and they're going to go 3 abreast once more by the looks of it. These guys are absolutely loving it here.
Yeah, they're fighting for the slipstream. D-Man as Cherryberry peels off into the pits. He'll be saving his GT5 pit stop, as the GT5s do have to take a mandatory stop compared to juniors. Instead of 3 abreast into the first corner again, it's like deja vu. Sam backs out. He's doesn't want to risk it, and D-Man keeps the lead, and then back into what is that? So it's still juniors, and it's BT Dan and Stu battling away. So they're trying to recover after their first lap. It's looked like they'll go tangle there, but they're doing quite well. You said you got the GT5s coming through. You got, I think that's Wolf and Alex coming through, and you see Stu trying to grab the Wolf's slipstream, trying to help him break the toe of BT Dan, and using his teammates now. So that's the first lap where they haven't hit each other, so they're doing quite well at the moment.
Yeah, so far so good, but there's a long way to go still. Lap 12 of 28 laps, and running wide there, but getting a good exit. All 3 of these cars coming onto the straight, powering onto the straight now. And Joe Brown is having a great race, talking of which. There he is. He's having a go at Luke McGee now, he is. So Joe Brown we haven't really seen much of him, have we, so far? But he's having a decent race at the moment, and he's looking down the inside now in that white machine with the red racing stripes. That's got to be worth an extra couple of horsepower. And he's having a little look now on the Scotsman who's only got one racing stripe. So at Monza, 2 racing stripes surely should beat 1 racing stripe, you would have thought, Alex. But Luke McGee standing strong there and staying ahead of Joe Brown. That was very stern defensive manoeuvre, and it seems Joe has got a lot of pace at the moment, but if he gets past, it'll be interesting to see whether he can get away or not, as Alex CDL in the GT5 class flashes through on the inside there. You can really see the speed difference halfway down the straight between the GT5s and the Juniors. Joe Brown looks down the inside. Oh, a little bit of contact there between the blue machine and the white machine, and that's Luke McGee who's lost a little bit of control, and he's off on the outside of Parabolica, and he slots back in now onto the track, but he's behind Joe Brown now, so Joe Brown has got ahead of Luke McGee. He is up into 4th place, and next up ahead will be that trio of cars battling for the lead, but whether he can catch them or not is a bit of a gap, I think. It might be a little bit too ambitious. He might have to rely on some carnage going on up ahead, but what do you make of that little overtake manoeuvre?
Yeah, it was very a touch to pass. It looked like a bump and run. So he might have to give it back, but we'll have to wait and see what the stewards say. As we see Free Gazelle, he's made his pit stop and Chris has jumped him, it looks like, and he's in the clutches of Brown, so taking the longer pit stop hasn't helped him at all.
Yeah, that's quite interesting actually, where he lost that time, because it's very straight on there. Oh, that's Stalker Brown from 3rd. Stalker Brown's in the barrier, and now he's turning his car around again, and he's off once more now. But that's a really big moment for Stalker Brown. You could see Free Gazelle 2nd place just up ahead there, and now he's thrown that potential chance away by the looks of it. He's fallen back. He's lost a good sort of 5-6 seconds then. He needs to find his groove again now, but thankfully it wasn't coming onto the back straight, so he won't lose as much time as he could have. But look at this now, coming into Parabolica. This is Free Gazelle, and looks like Cherryberry trying to unlap himself. Where's Cherryberry off? He's off. He's lost his bonnet and he's off in the gravel. There's his bonnet coming back down from space. What's happened to Cherryberry? He's entertaining the crowd again.
Yeah, it's like almost brake failure, but it just went straight on. It looks like he's struggling with the car, but I know some people have been complaining of lack of grip in GT5, so that could possibly it. And see, I think that's Stalker Brown pitting possibly. One of the white cars went in. If you see him quickly in the background, just watch Cherryberry go along with the excellent cooling for his car, and the battle still rages on in Junior for the lead. You got Roger just ahead of D-Man and Sam. These 3 are inseparable at the moment.
Yeah, whoever gets to the head of this trio just isn't able to break away at all, are they? And that's just allowing whoever's 2nd and 3rd just to keep with them. And it's really exciting stuff there. You can see in the wing mirror there, the Scuderia Sam car just behind, and this is D-Man. It's going past now Roger the Dodger. How hard will D-Man fight this one with Roger on the inside? Lap 16 now. He's trying to hang it around the outside. Where's Roger? There's Roger. Oh, it's getting very close into turn 2 here. Oh, nearly touching. That's D-Man. And Roger the Dodger's off in the barrier there. Roger's in the barrier, but where is he? Has he lost? Have a look, how much time has he lost? Oh, he's still there. Look, he's flashing his lights away to let D-Man know that he's still there. So the Irishman now leads from Roger the Dodger as Stalker Brown recovering from his pit stop, and that's Scuderia Sam coming through as well, taking some of the slipstream from Stalker Brown by the looks of it. And Chris Doherty, D-Man's teammate there, giving D-Man a little bit of a tow down the straight to help him by the looks of it too. So yeah, it's very, very edgy stuff there. It's starting to hot up this battle, I think.
Yeah, definitely. It's side by side the whole thing. And there's Roger through on the inside. Where did he come from? He was flashing, saying he was going back for first earlier in the mirrors, but that last corner he must have absolutely nailed and flown through. But you see, here comes the slipstream, and Sam
D-Man's boxed in.
Yeah, Sam will get a little push, and that'll help him. As I said, last of the late breakers again. Ooh, that's very deep for Roger. He cuts the nose off of Sam there, and that's helping D-Man, but Roger's still ahead. But will he cut D-Man off again? No, they're quite clean. They swap places on the side. D-Man going to the outside. I think that's allowed Sam to go through, and he'll have a run straight into first place, it looks like. Not quite yet. He's got his lights on now, they're off, but yeah, you can see the run now. He's going on the inside, so he should get a dive. He just oh, that's a massive crash in the background. That's one of the other cars that I think that's BTC Dan. Yeah, that is. He was battling with Stu, and he was off. He must just hit the grass, but that's massive.
Yeah, there's not much left of that car, and his teammate there, Big Bad Rolf, coming through. He might have to give him a little push down the straight here to help him along. But yeah, the trio here battling away, look, still raging on. And you got Free Gazelle now. So tough, isn't it, for the GT5s coming through with 3 cars battling like that. Free Gazelle must have had his heart in his mouth coming through those guys there, but I'm sure he probably was on the mic as well. Some of these drivers talk to each other, don't they, during the race? And yeah, I think Roger the Dodger there, the lap before, he was firmly saying, right, enough playtime now, I'm coming through. Oh, carnage! Stuart Davis and Alex CDL collide. The teammates, it's happened. I mean, it has to happen at some point because it always seems to. And there's the bonnet of Stuart Davis coming down with a crash on the outside of Parabolica. And Stuart Davis now, leader in the championship, is now down in 12th place overall and 5th place in the... No, 6th place, sorry, in the juniors. So this is really not a good day for Stuart Davis, and I'm sure he'll have some choice words to say about Alex CDL there, as will Alex too.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll agree to disagree, and there'll be some words exchanged afterwards. But
I'd imagine Alex was just thinking Stuart was letting him through, and then Stuart just closed the door.
Yeah, there was a gap then. It might be just miscommunication, but they said racing drivers will just agree on anything, and I'm sure there was just... Oh, and there's a big hit there on Sam, well held from Roger. I think he was concentrating on D-Man and just missed his breaking point, and it was just enough to tap Sam, but Sam seemed to have gotten away with it and seemed to have gained a bit of space, and he's weaving, trying to get that slipstream. They're all weaving, they're not following each other, so I'm not sure what they're doing. But here comes D-Man. He'll be using Sam's slipstream going into first corner, and they're braking later and later, it seems, as the race goes, and only 8 laps left. Big dive from D-Man there on Roger. You can just about see him in the rearview mirror in the centre, and he's following Sam. Want a good exit of the third corner. Sam using a bit of the grass on the inside, that won't help him for speed. You see he's already diving for the inside, trying to break that slipstream, but it's no good.
Yeah, what we're going to see here, this is the replay. This is Alex CDL down the inside of Parabolica, and you can see that the dogs are not happy about this at all. And they're big fans of the orange cars, and Alex CDL and Stuart Davis coming together. They've got history, haven't they? They've got a lot of history, and this is just one more episode, I think, in that. And yeah, Alex CDL's probably thinking, why is Stuart turning in on me here? You're meant to be letting me through, and Stuart's thinking, why is he diving on me? And yeah, and they met in the middle. But anyway, that's racing, that happens, unfortunately for those guys, and they'll live to fight another day and score some points, hopefully. But back with the battle now. Alex CDL, where is he going to go? The cars are all over the place in front of him, and he chooses the going over the white line. There's the only place he could go to get past. And now 3 abreast coming into turn 1 once again. Who's going to be leading this time? It's Scuderia Sam, by the looks of it. It's still 3 abreast. Oh, barging wheels as well. Oh, there's Big Bad Wolf coming through too on the outside there. They're going to have to watch those guys. And oh, Scuderia Sam's lost it. Oh, Squirmin just about holds on to it. And Roger the Dodger now round the outside takes advantage and overtakes both of them to go into the lead. And it's really gloves off now. These guys are going for it, make no mistake. And McG there, he's got he's less than 10 seconds behind, so he must be thinking maybe there's a chance here. Joe Brown must have dropped back. Don't know what's happened to Joe Brown. He's really falling back looking at the timings there. But oh, what a race that we've got on our hands here. And let's not forget, it's not actually... they're on lap 24, the leaders are. So these guys will have slightly less time than what it looks to make their moves.
Yeah, they'll obviously, because they'll been lapped, I think they'll be lapped about 2 or 3 times, they'll have less time, as you see Sam flashing, but he shouldn't be concentrating on Roger, he should be keeping an eye on D-Man who goes to his left. And those two are battling, he might be able to sneak around the outside again, tries to brake late, they're all braking as late as they can. Ooh, Roger's super deep, let's go like Sam on the other side, that he takes the lead. D-Man trying to follow, he's not quite near, it looks like a bit of a tap from Roger again. Let's go compromise him, but saying that, it looks like he's got a decent enough exit. Here comes D-Man and with the slipstream. He might try and bump draft Roger, where he just tries to hook onto the rear bumper and push him forward, but no, he thinks against that, follows Sam, who's a bit further ahead, so might bring him along to see the battle from the GT5 view, and it's a case of, well, no, where do I go? Does Chris try and help him, or does he go for his own race? I'm sure he'll be going for his own race and try to help as much as he can, but Sam's latched on like a leech, and he won't be D-Man won't be happy like that. And you see Chris diving over trying to give his partner the slipstream, but no, Sam says no thank you, I want that.
Yeah, that was quite funny. You can see Chris doing his best there to try and help his teammate, but unfortunately D-Man wasn't quite in the position to benefit from that as much as he would have liked. But there's a long way to go. Well, not a long way to go actually, but there's a bit of time left to go. And this is on board now from
Sam, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that was Sam doing a dive on the
diving.
2D5C. Oh, Alex going wide, is it? He's battling with Wolf for third. And I think got away with it. I think they pass in, that's Joe Brown they pass in, so it's a close battle for the final podium place. And there's only 4 laps left, so the Alton Park winner is going for another podium. It's not quite the win he would have wanted, but it's still good points for him as he's leading the championship.
Certainly is. I mean, he's leading the championship, like you say. It's the first time he's actually led a championship, I do believe. So, yeah, he's really on a roll here. And the battle now, once again, continues. Free Gazelle getting through as quickly as he could. And it's really fantastic stuff, this is. I don't know what's going to happen, whether they're going to make a mistake or someone's going to go for it in the end.
I'm hoping for a photo finish. That'd be the brilliant scenario. Oh, they're all off! Oh no, that's Sam gets away with it, and that's D-Man and Roger in the barrier. That's a disaster. They all tried to go for the same real estate, and they all crashed out. So there was only one winner there, and Sam's scarpered away. So we're in dream world at the moment with these two out.
Yeah, you can see the gap now. That's the red stripe machine there, the black machine with the red stripes coming down the straight, and there's Roger the Dodger in the background with the white car of I don't know who that is actually, Stalker Brown I think, coming through then in GT5s. But it's such a shame it ended that way. 3 abreast, 3 into 1 doesn't always go, and I think they're giving each other less and less room, weren't they, as the race went on, and eventually something I guess was going to happen.
Yeah, you could tell it was sort of boiling over to an explosion really, and we got it 2 laps before the end. I think it's the final lap now, is the Christian lap 28 of 28. You see Friga's in second. He's 3 seconds behind, so not too far. And Alex still third, Wolf in fourth, so it'll be quite interesting to see where they end up. But I think Sam, unless Coventry Curse happens, has got the win, it looks like, in junior at the moment.
Yeah, I feel it's a bit anticlimactic though. I think we were all hoping for a photo finish there, three abreast over the line or something. But we nearly got it. But anyway, going back to the GT5s now, Chris Doherty does look like he's secured that win. It's only 4 seconds ahead though of Free Gazelle, so Free Gazelle certainly kept him honest. And coming across the line now, I think this is the finish now. Yes, it is. It's Chris Doherty, the Irishman, who takes the win here at Monza Short Circuit in the GT5 class. Ginetta in that bright green machine, fantastic driving. Free Gazelle will come home in second place, so excellent championship points for those two. Alex CDL as well in third after the adventures he's had. I think he'd be very, very happy with that.
Yeah, there's still one corner to go, and I'm not sure if you said, but I believe Chris is the 4th driver to win a race in the championship, so it's 4 from 4, and Alex going very wide there. He's still trying to push to the finish, and the dog's happy it's ended, it seems. But going past his teammate's not making it easy. I think he's still a bit miffed off from earlier, and that's Alex coming home third with Wolf in 4th, as we see the 2 teammates of Stalker Brown and Joe Brown there.
Yeah, some teammates getting pretty close together today, it has to be said, but in the end it's Chris Doherty who takes the win. 52.2 fastest lap there, so that's a pretty handy lap time when you compare it against everyone else. Only Alex CDL really coming close to that by the looks of it. Really good lap times. Free Gazelle then second, Alex CDL rounding up the podium. Big Bad Wolf, winner of the last event in 4th, Stalker Brown 5th. Scuderia Sam with 6th overall, winner of the junior category after a titanic 3-way battle all race long. Roger the Dodger just finishing ahead there of D-Man by less than a second by the looks of it in the end. And then Loopy McGee, the Scotsman, in 10th. Stuart Davis and then Twingo-tastic coming in 12th. We didn't really see Twingo-tastic much actually, did we, in that race? But he had a solid race coming home in 12th there and a 102.7, which is a pretty handy lap time. And I think we must have lost Joe Brown from that race. We didn't see what happened to him, but we did see him falling down the timing screens a bit at one stage.
Yeah, sadly might be a disconnect, and these are your current drivers standing with Chris Doherty taking the lead with 28 points from Free Gazelle 26. Badwell falls to 3rd with 24 with that in 4th and 19. Only 1 point from Sabrosa in 5th, who's had a quiet championship so far. I think 1 win for him. Cherry Berry 6th with 14, Stalker Brown 10, and Daniel Christian 8th. And in the junior standings, got Suria-san with a nice 6-point lead over Stu in second with 30 points, especially after that disaster race for him, with Loopy third. Now the team standards, Team No Mates takes the lead with that by 1 point with 50 points. Team Spin goes second with 49, and then closely followed by Team Island with 47. Then Sabrosa McG 39, Crash and Bash 37, so close between those two. And then Free McEbs 30, Brantastic with 15, Roger the Dodger 13, and Dino Joe with 8. So super close in the teams.
Yeah, super close everywhere you look, and like you said, four different winners from the first 4 rounds too in the GT5 Championship. I really can't say, I really don't know who's going to end up winning this one, to be honest, in the GT5s or the juniors. It's really very open indeed, this championship. Probably the most open we've ever had in this league. So really can't wait to see how it all shapes up, and we hope to see you there next time, where I can't actually remember what the next round is, but round 5 it will be coming shortly. So see you there.